Counterpunch boxing news. Counterpunch boxing news.
Like he said.
Counterpunch boxing news.
Like he said.
Counterpunch boxing news.
Like he said.
Counterpunch boxing. Counterpunch boxing news. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning, yes, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Get this, Tyson Fury finally responds to the illegal elbow claim, okay? It's not a claim, but this is what he had to say. He said, the referee, if he did any wrongdoing, the referee would have saw it, and he did nothing wrong. Francis Ngannou should just take his loss like a man, and there is nothing that he can do about it. Now, and let me counterpunch. Him saying those type of things like, hey, well, if I would have did something wrong, the ref would have saw it. You know, it's crazy to say stuff like that, you know, because he didn't say he didn't throw it. You know what I mean? Yo, you threw an elbow and you hit him with an elbow, so you didn't even really want to admit it. You know what I mean? And yet you say, oh, well, I won, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? So what made you say there's nothing you can do about it? It must have struck a nerve. You know what I'm saying? When responding to it. And as you guys see, you know, Tyson Fury, you know, he can get really bothered for what you say about him and to him. And the illegal blow, elbow, actually was, I think it was intentional. I think he had to hit him with something, because you see he slapped with the hook and he threw the elbow. He didn't even extend it. So that was his extension, his fucking elbow. You can't throw a right hand and disguise it as an elbow. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know where the ref was, you know, but from the angle we saw how his hand was turned in. He looked like a Muay Thai fighter when he hit Francis Ngannou. You know what I mean? At least do this. If, like, I would admit, like, yo, I hit this motherfucker with an elbow. Why? Because then it would justify the illegal behind the head punch. At least I would have done that. At least. Because at least it was like, okay, well, hey, foul, I retaliated, I did what I had to do. That's what happens when you get in a fight. You know, we're gypsies, I'm a bare knuckle fighter, we're fighting men, that's how it goes, that's how it went. You know what I'm saying? Instead of this half-ass, I'm getting defensive type of shit that we've seen, and he said. And it's like, okay, dude, you hit this man with an elbow. Own it. Just own it. Like, you hit this man with an elbow. And this would be totally different if Francis would have shown any sign of the elbow, like if he would have got cut. Because, you know, elbows cut you, bro. That portion right there, that does a number on you, especially when you're getting hit in the face. You know what I mean? None of that happened. But if that would have transpired, that would have been more on the referee. And I think at this point, the referee should be the one that they should be asking and investigating, because people are trying to say that, hey, you know, the referee Michael, I can't remember his last name, but he was the same referee that refereed Andy Ruiz, and Andy Ruiz actually hit Anthony Joshua behind the head a few times. Okay, like probably about 2 or 3. I know 3 on the 3 of those knockdowns out of the 4. I think now they're all of them. If I look back, he ended that shot with a behind the head, with a rabbit shot. You know what I mean? And there was no ruling or anything regarding that. So I think that referee is just lenient, or just don't really see those type of shots as fouls. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people look at rabbit punches, intentional or not, because a lot of times the guys try to move their head inward and they get hit with a punch, and because of where they move their head, it's almost like a person going low and you're grabbing a guy's head down and he throws and uppercuts and then he hits you in the balls. So, you know what I mean? Or things like that. You know, and then a lot of referees justify, like, hey, you're shoving his head down, so You know what I mean? What else do you expect him to do? You know, so it is what it is. I think, though, Tyson Fury did what he did surviving. I think he's doing a half-ass way of defending it. You know, the credit, he appears like, oh, it was a tough fight. He gave me one of the best fights in the last 10 years. You know, and of course, you know, he's flipped it and this, that, and the other. But, like, Tyson Fury should really just own it. You know, or let's just say, wait, look, man, I didn't know, it wasn't intentional. But to say, if the ref did anything, if the ref would have saw something illegal, he would have said something. That's stupid. That's just saying, well, hey, the ref didn't see it. That means it didn't happen. No, that means he didn't catch it, Tyson. Didn't mean it didn't happen. You know you hit this man with an elbow when you hit him with an elbow. Now you can disguise it as saying, I didn't mean to. Or I did, like I said earlier, about retaliation because, you know, I felt, or he felt, that he got hit in behind the head, which was right here. This is not behind the head. Okay? This is not behind the head, you see? This is on the side of the head. This is fair game. This is your temple area, okay? The behind the head is here. You got nerves back there. You got a lot of stuff that you don't want to get damaged. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury finally addressing the elbow. About to say the low blow. The elbow incident. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!